Hello and welcome to Studio 90 Extra Time. On today's show, we've got U.S. midfielder Shannon Boxx.
Hi, thank you.
Shannon, thanks for being here on Studio 90 Extra Time.
Of course.
How are things going in Vancouver so far? Have you had a chance to see the city a bit?
Yeah, we got here last night, so you couldn't see much of it, but you saw that there's snow on the ground, so of course I was really excited about that, being a California kid. But walked around this morning, beautiful city, heard a lot about it, and excited that we got to come here for the tournament, and hopefully we'll get a little bit of free time so that we can check it out.
You mentioned that you're from California, so you're way more used to sand than snow. Are you still in the phase where you're like, oh, this snow's great, like this is a lot of fun? For
sure. I'm like a kid when it comes to snow because I don't get to see it that often. And obviously I want it to snow, but then I'm like, I don't know if I can deal with the cold. So far it hasn't been too bad. As long as I bundle up, I'm doing pretty good.
Since we last talked to you, you've taken on a different role in Pia's formation. Tell us a bit about that.
Obviously in the formation we had before, in the 4-4-2, she gave me a little bit more freedom of, wanting to make runs forward and get into the attack more. And she still wants that, but now it's more of a sitting role where I can be that point person that's switching the ball. I'm not so worried about making a final pass, more just consistently making good passes and keeping the ball for the team. I like it. I mean, I think I've always been a true defensive midfielder, and that kind of comes back to that role of, hey, let's be a defensive presence in there, and then also, spray balls, and I think that's something that I'm good at and very comfortable with.
So has it taken much adapting on your part, or do you feel that it's a role that you've been able to kind of slide into pretty easily?
I think it's been a role I've been able to slide into pretty easy, and it's actually more comfortable, I think, than the role that she had me do before. Even though I enjoyed getting forward more, it was a little bit more uncomfortable, and now I feel so much more comfortable and more relaxed in the role that I'm in now.
Let's talk a bit about this qualifying tournament. You've got tons of experience in these type of events. What are the perils of some of these, one game and you're out qualifying tournaments like this one here in Vancouver?
You first look at it and you say, wow, teams are getting better. And you look at, our qualifying for the World Cup, not the way we expected it to go. And I think now we're kind of in that mindset of like, okay, this is a little bit more hard. There's a hardship to it. You're kind of like, okay, if we lose, we could be out. So it is, but that's what makes it fun. I think that's kind of why we play at this level, is that you want to be in pressure situations. The U.S. team wants to be in those pressure situations. And overall, we do very well in those things. So I think the biggest thing is that I'm really excited to be in this situation that, hey, if you don't play well and you don't come up to the standard that you should be playing at, you might go home. And those are always fun to play in.
How much does the U.S. team enjoy competing in these type of tournaments? No friendlies, get down to it, the results matter, and you're trying to progress, and eventually, win a competition.
Yeah, and I think, you see us training and training and training, and the last couple of months, all we've had is training camps, no real games, and you look at the team, and the minute we stepped in, off the plane into Vancouver, it was like, wow, now we have real games to play. These games matter, and I think the U.S. thrives on those situations. And you look at the girls on the team, and everybody's super excited to start this tournament.
How are you using your experience to guide the team through a difficult tournament like this?
I think it's just the way that you present yourself. I think I lead by example, and I think I lead more being on the field. And if I'm calm on the field, the team's calm on the field. I think that's the biggest thing that I can do for the players. But it's also, it is pressure. And I've been through these pressure situations, so if you kind of look at it as more of like, wow, this is an exciting thing. Not everybody gets to do this. I think it puts people into a better perspective, like we're out there to have fun, but we're also there to compete. And the U.S. team, the mentality of the U.S. team has always been competitive and passionate, so we have those behind us.
One of the byproducts of the team's success on the field last year was the increased popularity, that the team found. There's been awesome support and dedicated fans. That must be pretty fun for a player like yourself.
It's just great to see the difference that has happened from something that we think we do every day. I mean, the World Cup was amazing, and obviously we wish we won the whole thing, but you can look back now and you can say, wow, we just gained how many more fans. And to be in a situation, I'm always here to promote women's soccer and to help it increase and get better, and you're starting to see that trend. And now, with the tournaments being so close, it's a great situation for us to continue to have these fans and for the fans to continue to see us at a high level. I know that a lot of people are rooting for us for the qualifiers, and then obviously we want to qualify, and we'll have all of these new fans behind us when we go to the Olympics, which is really exciting.
If you could play alongside any central midfielder, male or female, who would it be and why? And not Carly Lloyd, because we know you play alongside her with the
Yeah, it's fun playing with Carly, yeah. If I look back in just kind of like the past of, who played on this team and who would have been fun to play with, Michelle Akers. I think I saw her play when I was a kid, and I really wanted to be like her when I played, and I feel like I have a lot of similar qualities, so I think it would have been really fun to play with her. And obviously if I was a guy, I would love to play with Zanon.
A few days until you guys open this tournament here in Vancouver against the Dominican Republic. How's the team getting prepared to put their best foot forward in that first match on Friday?
Right now it's just focusing on ourselves. We trained in Los Angeles for a little bit, and we played against a boys team, and we're really focusing on what we need to do to get better. And a lot of that is speed of play. We're looking at our new system. We want to play in that system against Dominican Republic, and I think it's just to come out strong. We want to come out and play the way we know how to play, and play to our ability. But we've never seen these teams, so we have to be prepared to see what they're going to bring us. But we have to be confident in what we're doing.
The U.S. team begins their CONCACAF Olympic Women's Qualifying Tournament on Friday against the Dominican Republic. Shannon Boxx, thanks for coming by Studio 90 Extra Time.
My pleasure. Thank you.